Hello, and welcome to the one episode rule. Listen, we're just kind of a dumb comedy podcast, but I did want to say that our hearts go out to everyone at Kyoto Animation. That is a tragedy. Let's move on. All right. So, I don't really have anything like official to start this one out with, other than today I got like just a really terrible haircut, and now because of the magic of podcasting, you have to know about it.
Well, I think the magic of podcasting should be that we don't have to it's like it never even happened. Because in this space, you're just a disembodied voice.
No, that's the thing. I want my misery to affect others.
Okay.
Okay, Magpie, you got the haircut that the little boy from the last anime we watched has.
Oh God.
It's not that bad. I have the same bangs, and that's a nightmare. But the rest of it's kind of okay. So if I get like just a lot of pomade, I can just rake it through my hair and do like a Patrick Bateman / like Slytherin look.
That would be kind of cool, actually. That's really coming in. Like, yeah. I don't know if you guys are into Brockhampton, but like Joba from Brockhampton is rocking that bowl cut these days.
Oh God.
It's really in these days. I'll tell you what.
Well, for me, it is an attack on my very being.
The bowl of pain.
Let's see. I was gonna say, yeah. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Blackle, and on the weekend, I played Okami on my PlayStation 2, registered trademark of Sony Corporation, now out for $29.99.
Fantastic.
I'm Joey. I keep doing foolish things with my car, like leaving the lights on, and that's not good. Don't do that, folks.
Just run the battery all the way down. Yeah.
Joey, sorry, when you said you have a car, this is bad, but I just imagine one of those little Tykes cars. The ones that are like red and yellow.
The red and yellow plastic cars.
Because I'm so tiny.
I'm sorry, Joey.
Blackle, do you want like a nightmare image to infest your brain forever?
I would love this.
I live in rural Texas, and I will tell you that one time we were driving down the road, and I saw a longhorn with his head stuck in one of those cars.
What's a longhorn?
He was just carrying it around. It's a large bull.
Oh my God.
With long horns.
With very long horns.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah, he just had it stuck on his head like a helmet. He couldn't get out because it was horn.
Oh no.
I assume they had to come and cut it off of him.
Unless that was like a strategic maneuver and it is actually a helmet.
Maybe it is a helmet. Maybe he's got a soft spot. Anyway, since Joey ran out of odd anime facts a while ago, I suggested to them a new segment we can do, mainly because I just want to say this phrase. Anyway, what it was we were talking about One Piece a while back, and they were showing me characters of various freakishness and asking me to rate them, and I was like, that's pretty cool. So I got semi-interested in it. I was wondering if Joey could actually sell me on watching this 800 episode anime. So Joey, would you like to break me off a piece?
Yeah. Oh, I've been looking forward.
It's so good.
That's very good. I have been looking forward to this all week. Okay, so here's your random piece of the week. Did you know that in One Piece there is a character, 68 years old, who has had 85 children?
Oh. That's
fantastic.
That character's name is Big Mom.
Big Mom. Yeah, you showed me Big Mom, didn't you?
Yes.
Isn't she like 22 foot tall or something stupid like that?
Yeah, she's about that tall.
I'm just trying to do the math.
She
in
is a
my head
big,
here.
and she is a mom.
Did she have twins multiple times?
She had, like
Quadruplets?
dextuplets.
Okay. Well, that starts to make more sense now.
Michael,
Yeah.
do you want me to find a
More
picture
concerned.
of Big Mom from One Piece?
Please show this to me. I would be more concerned if she was just like her like gestation period was like freakishly small for some reason.
Yeah, like a rat's. So she's
Yeah.
No.
And that was like, or like a fruit fly. Or like the way that she gives birth is she just like reproduces by budding, and there's just bubbles of her mouth and turning into like real people.
slaps
They
hood.
just
You
pop
can fit
out.
so many siblings in this bad boy.
Yeah, I'm
Gee
actually
whiz,
looking on
that's a
the
look.
wiki, and it says she has had 43 husbands as well.
Wow.
So
She just keeps eating them. That's how she gets tall.
honestly,
They just dehydrate.
honestly, maybe she did.
I like the polka dotted dress, and I like the
I mean, it's a look. The pink,
Yeah, I know.
pink bicorn, that's a look.
yeah, and
I've seen
little,
pictures
like,
of this
parasol.
character younger too, which is really bizarre because she appears to be like a normal human being when she's young.
Can you please show me a picture of Big Mom but younger?
This
She's
is the
still
closest,
like 20 feet tall, though.
Well,
I'll be
closest
clear
I'm
with
gonna
that.
get. This is like a before and after.
oh wow.
Anyway,
You can see the resemblance a bit, but I mean at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that Joey. I'm not sure that piece is gonna be the one that sells me on watching One Piece.
Okay, I'll get you next time.
You'll have to try again next week.
Okay.
Oh my god. I just saw oh no.
What?
Stop looking at Big Mom porn. Stop it.
No, it's not even that. It's like an almost like Francisco Goya-esque
Oh
depiction
my
of Big Mom.
god.
Oh,
I'm not
Terrifying.
gonna put that in the liner notes.
Yeah,
Don't.
save them.
Scares the hell out of me.
Gee willikers.
Okay, anyway. Blackle, you mentioned before the show that you had something that we could watch.
Well,
What is
I
it?
just want to say that I'm jealous that Joey has their own like segment and I don't have a segment.
We'll come up
Do
with
I have to go on a quest to find my segment?
yeah, you have to go on like a vision quest or some shit. I don't
Oh well, I don't know about the culture appropriation there, but maybe I can go parkouring around to find something. It's a little bit more white, I think. Anyway, what was I saying?
You have to go on a Jungian psychological journey to
Yes.
find.
Oh my
your-
God! There we go. Yeah, I need to go down to the deepest depths of my soul and
You
figure
have,
this out.
to, you have to fight your shadow self.
Yeah. What was anyway? My anime that I found while we were talking about things is, and I did check the spreadsheet that we have of anime that we had watched, and it's not in there. But when I looked it over, I got scared because I saw that Gangsta was in there, which sounds similar. And I feel like if Emma was here, she would be like, "I've seen that" or something, and didn't put it in there. But I was looking around. I started watching Neon Genesis Evangelion again, and I was like, more by this author, please. And let's watch Gunbuster.
Let's watch Gunbuster. Okay, let's watch.
That's
Let's
watch Gunbuster.
The first anime listed on who is it?
Is that a Hideki Anno joint?
Yeah, Hideki Anno giant. And I was just like, let's just pick the first one on the list on Wikipedia.
Let's see another one of the works of this depressed Japanese communist.
Yeah. They're communists.
I watched the first episode of Ava the other day, and I was just like, "Oh boy, this is rough." All right, well, yeah, let's hit it up then.
Let's go and see if Rabbit's still alive.
Let's do it.
All right, we're back. We're back and we're ready to get in the Ava Buster.
Gunbuster.
Yeah. Let me bring my notes over to this workspace. Hold on.
Wow, that's a lot of blurb.
That's
I
a
know.
big
Sorry,
old.
that was from Wikipedia, and they didn't really have like a plot. Like they have a plot synopsis, but it's for the whole plot. And this
Uh,
just seems to be just the first part.
who wants to read this one? Somebody else read
Um,
this one because I have something else to read later.
I can read it.
Do it.
In the very near future, a race of huge insectoid aliens are discovered traveling the galaxy. These aliens, which are known as the Uchi Kaiju, or space monsters, note this name is what they are referred to throughout the series, although the Super Robot Wars games names them the STMC, or Space Terrible Monster Crowd. Of course, it's Wikipedia. Any fucking weeb is like dropping in to like add the tidbit of useless information. Thanks. Anyway, the space monsters seem dedicated to the eradication of the human species as the latter takes its first steps away from the solar system, and they are getting closer and closer to Earth. Humanity has responded by developing space-going battleships and giant fighting robots. These complex robots, RX-7 machine weapons, are actually an
Definitely
advanced
not
type of
Gundam.
fighting suit piloted by a single occupant. As advanced as they are, however, they are being used as trainers for a new weapon, the Gunbuster. Pilot candidates are selected from the best and brightest youth on Earth and the lunar colony. These are trained at schools around the world.
Oh, it just ends there.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the Wikipedia first paragraph of the synopsis.
Well, the
Definitely
blurb
not
gave us
a
more
Gundam.
information than the actual first episode did.
Yeah,
should
sorry
know-
about that.
I should note, by the way, this is maybe directed by Hideki Anno, and it's actually quite well directed, but it certainly wasn't written by Hideki.
I don't know. Some parts I saw flecks of his
Just a little.
personal style of self-loathing and parental ambivalence.
Well, the parent in this one is the most ambivalent because he's fucking dead.
I just meant parental figure.
Still a better father than Gendo Akari.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, dead father is better than Gendo Akari.
It does look really Gundam, and let's be frank. In 1994, if you were gonna do Mecha, you did Gundam.
Yeah, for sure.
You were gonna do
basically.
Gundam, or you were gonna do like fucking Mazinger. So
Can
there
I
were
say
two flavors.
the funniest thing that made me laugh like immediately when I saw it was when they're at school and they're, doing their little like schoolgirl thing. And then there's robots over there doing their own schoolgirl thing.
Yeah, that got progressively more fucked up for me because it zoomed in on the robots, and the robots were doing push-ups, and I howled with anger.
Dude, oh my god, that was like the first note I had after
and then-
was the
And
Oh
then
my
they started
God.
jumping rope and running laps, and it just got progressively more ridiculous.
And then
until
they
we-
were in a pyramid like
Oh
cheerleaders.
my god, that was
Until we-
so good.
Until we got to the point where Norika or whatever was jumping rope outside, and she got bullied by students in the robots. So they're like giant mecha bullies.
Oh my
She
god, that
got
was
bullied
so
by
fucking
robots.
funny.
I was just like,
It was
that is
so funny.
incredible.
God. I was like in my notes in all caps, is like, why do you need to do push-ups in a mech? What is the
I
point of
lit-
this?
I literally wrote getting bullied by robots.
You get bullied by fucking mecha. It's like, what are you gonna do about it?
Oh, that's very funny.
And I liked how like whenever the robots were like doing their calisthenics and like in the second floor classroom and the girl was looking at the protagonist, it was like, oh, look at person who I forgot the name of. She's so great. I wish I could be like her. And it like pans over and she's like in her mech, so it's like it just looks like she's a robot.
Yeah,
It's like I wish
Yeah.
I could be a robot.
I wish I could be a robot one day. It's just like, I hate to break it to you. That's gonna require some extensive surgery.
I mean, they are in the distant future of 2015. You never know.
Distant future.
That's true. I
Man,
forgot to note that one down.
Man, it was 1994, so I'm sure that was lost on many people. Like how hard like how hard lesbian that turned in a couple of different places where it's
Yeah,
just
it
like
did. Oh my god.
like damn.
Where like
She's-
fucking glowing sparkles as like they walk towards each other, and like she's so cool, and like after talking to her, she's like speechless.
Yeah, it's
her
just
eyes
like
are sparkling.
Yeah.
do 50 laps.
Hmm.
Do 50
That was
laps
funny.
out of your robot, but with your waffle iron shoes on.
One thing about those two characters that we mentioned in passing, which I feel like we need to get the names of because I don't remember at all.
Noriko is our
Noriko.
MC. Amano is the
Okay.
love interest. Fuck, I don't know.
The pretty lady with the
Kazumi
hair?
Amano and Noriko Tiaki. Noriko and Kazumi look like they are from two different animes.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, it looks like they were drawn by two different people working on two different animes that had a crossover.
Noriko has like I don't know. They're from the same era.
Yeah, but
Noriko has an incredibly like 80s anime tough girl thing going on, where she's got the lines across her nose.
Yeah.
I don't know. At the same time, she looks like, I don't know. She has a softer face than let me go back to, I forgot their names. Kazumi. It's like my brain refuses to like commit this to memory because I know I'm never gonna watch this again. And it's rejecting this like you would reject like an organ, like a spleen donation that you don't need. It's like your body's like, I don't need this. What are you trying to do? Anyway,
That
so I'm just gonna keep Wikipedia open in another tab.
eject it from the brain.
Yeah, I thought that Kazumi had a more severe face, a lot like the last anime we watched, where everyone had kind of severe faces. In terms of, it's hard to explain how you quantify
Severe
a severity.
faces. I know what you mean when
Very,
you say
Yeah.
very
that.
serious. She has a more serious face.
Yeah, and I think that we just gotta go back to my character sheet here. Noriko has a little bit of a like I said, a softer face, so that's why I felt that they almost looked like they were two different enemies. Anyway, that was my TED talk.
Every time you try and pronounce her name, Emma screams in pain somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you really want to put a pin on like the exact time period of this, is that the best friend, the supporting character for Noriko, just straight up looks like Luca from Chrono Trigger.
I liked that. I liked the supporting character, just like going around and being like, just like being supportive and just like, I don't know, it was fun to have like the character foil there.
She's just like, God, Naruto, you're dumb and thirsty.
Yeah. Dumb and thirsty.
Here's your
Oh my
horoscope.
god.
Your horoscope right here, it says dumb and thirsty.
Yep.
What's it for next week? Oh, it's dumb and thirsty again.
Oh, would you imagine
And with a
that?
side of mech anime.
Those mecha designs were pretty simple, but they did work.
Yeah. Yeah, they did work.
It's kind of like round Gundams.
Yeah. Kind of like, I don't know, the Macintosh of Gundams.
I mean, it's kind of like they're putting a bunch of high schoolers in big robots.
Yeah. Don't want to have sharp edges on those bad boys. They might get cut.
You're
don't
going
like-
into something.
We should hit on the scene that happened near the end of that, where there was where they had the after school brawl,
Yeah.
which is pretty
Meet me
incredible
after
because
school.
it was bad enough that they were having having a brawl after school in these 50-ton war machines.
Uh-huh.
But the fact that one of them popped out a wrist blade, which is the equivalent to getting into a scuffle with your siblings and then pulling a switchblade on.
Right?
Yeah.
Like this just got real. And also it was funny because while they were fighting, the coach was like, "This isn't a real fight." And then she pops this knife out and it's like, "Oh, are you sure?
Are you sure
Are
about
you
that?
sure?"
Because she's up with the can opener now.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, really.
She's out for blood.
or motor oil at least.
No, I'm pretty sure that would have like literally killed her.
Yeah.
Like
One thing I was wondering through this whole anime is, has anyone ever been crushed by one of these robots when they're just sort of walking around in this school playground? There's no there's no like workplace safety things anywhere.
yeah, you're
There's no
right.
like warning, don't walk here on the floor. And like someone must have gotten stepped on by one of these robots at some point and just smushed like a bug, and everyone's like, "Oopsie."
Oops.
Well, you
Whoopsie
see, that's why
doopsie.
they don't. Well, you see, Blackle, that's why they don't need any warnings anymore.
The ones who like weren't paying attention were like automatically selected against.
It's just like everybody saw what happened to the janitor.
Is
Oh
that
no,
why? Is
he's
that
got
why Japanese
headphones on.
kids?
He can't hear us.
Is that why Japanese kids have to like clean their own classrooms at the end of the day? Is because the janitor got stepped on by a giant robot?
He got fucking squashed.
God.
We used to have a
Uh.
janitor, but when one of the students stepped on him,
Yeah, well, that's another pension we don't have to pay.
yeah, really. One thing
I
that I
can't
really
believe-
liked was
No.
sorry. One thing that I really liked was the laugh by the evil lady.
Oh, she did a full, like,
Robot.
Ojo-sama laugh.
Yeah. Oh. Ho, ho, ho.
You couldn't see, but she was putting her hand up to her mouth, too.
Uh-huh. Oh. Ho, ho, ho.
I think my favorite
God.
thing was during the end of the, like, training sequence. Which, by the way, I assume all of the exercises is just to gain, like, motor control over the robot.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. It still looks fucking ridiculous.
It looks ridiculous, but my favorite part was at the very end of that when she was jogging with the coach on a scooter behind her, and it was the fucking it literally it is a 1-to-1 copy of the scene from Punch Out where little Mac is jogging to the next location and coach is behind him on the bicycle.
Did anyone notice that during that montage scene of her training, that the music that they played in the background was a sound alike for the dun 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 dun. I don't know the song name, but it's that like really really famous song from that one movie where there's runners and they're running and it's that song playing.
Oh, the song from Tens.
I think
Dun,
so.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. It was like the same cadence and the same like instruments and just like it would like start going like dun 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 and then it would like sort of diverge a little bit and then come back. It's like totally a sound alike. It's like they wanted to use that song but they couldn't get the license, of course, so they used like something that sounded like it.
I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest.
Oh man, I need
I'm
to
not
find the
familiar
song
with
because
it.
it's like a really not like I don't know. It's like it's in the public consciousness, I think.
Can
I
we
wish-
create? Can we create some sort of like fan fiction initiative where we just switch the characters between this and Ava?
Um,
We're gonna send Shinji to robot school so he can be bullied by robot girls.
oh man,
He'll just be like, "I deserve this."
yeah, we're finally fucking transition. That's what
Wow.
we've all been waiting for.
Ugh.
Um,
Has
One-
anybody- Oh, okay.
sorry, I keep like, I always have a lot to say during these podcasts, and I feel like
Well,
I
then-
interrupt you guys a lot because I'm
Well,
like,
then say it.
You get very excited.
yeah, I don't know, I'm scared. It's either that I'm very dominating conversations and I don't really want to be, or it's because I'm on a really really good connection and my ping's really low, so I get the first like dibs on thing just because the latency. I hope it's not that. Anyway, one thing. Let me just clear. Let me just call my notes here. Oh shit! I just did something. Wait, hold on. Oh shit! Hold on. Oh god! I just.
This
messed
is
my
why
notes
you
up.
write them in pen and paper.
I know. I'm sorry.
Like a good little student.
I'm not a good student. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but one thing that like stuck out at me was that when God, I still forgot her name. Noriko was feeling self-loathing about the fact that she was chosen, and she's not very good at the whole mech thing. And she went up to the coach and she was like, "I'm not worth it. Why are you being so cruel to me about this? Because everyone's making fun of me because everyone knows that I couldn't do the mech thing." And the coach sort of like brushed it off and was like, "No, it's like you don't know what you're talking about," and stuff like that. And it's just like I totally saw shades of Evangelion there, where it's like child is self-loathing and blaming the parental unit or parental figure for it, and the parental figure is completely ambivalent or like doesn't give a shit about how they're feeling. But then he brings her to see that pan over to Wikipedia again. Kazumi is running up the stairs using like bricks for feet,
I have
and
them
does like
just
a really good
written
pep
right
talk,
here.
and I'm like, oh, it's completely different.
I have them written right here. You can just, leave a blank and I'll fill it.
Oh man, I'm so.
Just give them nicknames, like, okay, purple hair.
I don't know.
Or,
In my notes, I was like, well,
main character.
In my notes, I had blue hair and brown hair. Anyway, I wanted to say that the pep talk pulled it away from Evangelion.
Well, I mean, a lot of things pulled it away from Evangelion. I mean, the situation there's a little more dire.
Yeah,
It's just be like, hey, you should pilot this robot. No? Okay, fine. Put the near corpse in. And then later it turns out that she's like, oh man.
Spoilers, hey.
Manipulate your children.
Oh my god.
Using
This
genetic
episode
science.
is so not for me. I need to watch Ava.
Yeah, you really do. Just to, if only to get like the context of whenever anyone references it.
Which is basically every single episode.
Every single
ever.
second of every single waking moment of our lives.
It's
Hey,
hard.
let's call this the one Ava rule.
Oh man. The Bible was based on Evangelion.
Does Rabbit have the option to watch Netflix shows? Maybe we can make
it does.
that
You
work.
just have to log in.
But I can log into mine. I'll be happy to host that. But is that all we have to say? Because I do have an email to read.
Wait. One last thing that
Okay.
I haven't mentioned yet. After the credits,
Yeah.
science bullshit. So much science bullshit.
Oh yeah, the Tannhauser Gates, which I can only assume is a reference to Blade Runner.
It is a reference to Blade Runner.
Because I was really certain that the Tannhauser Gates and Blade Runner were a place.
Yeah.
And not a physics concept.
Yeah.
None of it. Well, it was just them. Like, it went on for a long time too. They were like talking so much.
Well, they gotta do the world building.
I was like,
they do, but like
they really threw that in there, and they really leaned into it, didn't they?
It's show don't tell, but also tell later.
Yeah.
yeah.
My God. Tell later for a good 5 minutes.
For a good 5 minutes to explain just esoteric scientific concepts for this world.
But just stick it where people can watch it if they want to, optionally.
To be honest, I actually really enjoyed it.
No,
I really enjoy the kind of like nonsense, like new physics that like explains the plot in a way. I for some reason I live for that shit.
I no, it's not that I like disliked it. It's just always very funny to me when like shows like this do like their own scientific explanation, and I'm just like, this is so much bullshit. Like their explanations like two black holes merging into each other and creating
the scientific explanation is pretty wild because the requisite technologies to even begin to harness any of this elevate humanity to like godhood.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, like, why would you use guns anymore if you can manipulate black holes to your will?
It's just like, why do you need physical weaponry? What threat are the aliens when you can do shit like this?
Really, though.
Oh
my god.
It's very good.
All right.
Yeah, for some reason I really like technobabble, even though like I'm like sort of technically minded and like I did a lot of like science and stuff when I was younger, and like I used to hate the whole concept of technobabble because it just was like that's not scientifically accurate. But now I kind of love it because it's just kind of fun to see how it's like warped and twisted for artistic purposes.
Oh, it's fun. It's
yeah,
just
it's like it's this way because it has to be for the narrative.
yeah.
Or like they're just using the aesthetics of science to like explain
ever
something,
watch,
which is really cool.
You ever watch TNG Black Hole?
No, but I've heard of it, and I've heard that they go for technobabble hard.
There's a lot of fun technobabble in Next Generation. God, I love that show. I need to wait. I have Netflix now. I keep forgetting I have Netflix. I should really just sit down and watch, just melt into a puddle watching every season of TNG. Like, there's 8 seasons of that.
Wasn't there? I've like of my very limited knowledge of the Next Generation. Wasn't there an episode where like somebody like turned into a reptile and then had sex with another reptile?
There are multiple.
Turned into a puddle and then.
No, wait. Okay, the one where they turn into reptiles is actually in Voyager.
Okay.
However, there's a different one where people also devolve and Worf turns into like the Predator. It's very strange. And all the humans on the ship turn into chimps, except for Barclay, who turns into a giant spider for some reason.
What the fuck?
It's
very confusing.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
God, we're gonna peek behind the curtain here because it's gonna come through if I talk about it at all. I'm so very jealous of the podcast The Greatest Generation for getting to the idea of watching an episode of Next Generation every show and then discussing it.
What is the Greatest Generation? I've never heard of this podcast.
It's just a podcast where they watch TNG and then they watch one episode and then they come back and talk about it.
Oh,
so exactly what he said.
But
it's like this show,
but they
good.
don't eat trash.
This show, but good. That's it's just
come out and start eating garbage on the podcast. And it's called anime.
Just do it anyways.
I can't bring myself to listen to that show because it makes me sad that I didn't think of it.
Oh my god! Yeah, we should watch one episode of TNG. Like just as like an April Fool's thing.
We'll watch one episode from season 5 or something.
Yeah,
well, now
that's what I
wanted.
That's what I wanted. Like parts of the show to be where we just watch like random episodes from random seasons of like network shows or something.
This is getting too meta.
Like middle of the road, like
it's getting a little. Let's break it up with our first. Well, technically second, but the other one I'm pretty sure is relatively light on actual content, and it's more a list of suggestions. let me. Okay, yeah, there's no actual text in that one. It's just a list. But I'll read our first actual fan mail here.
Yay, fan mail!
I'm going to read this verbatim.
Where's it from?
I will get to that.
Okay.
Hello, super anime friends. I've decided to nickname you this only because you remind me of a time when my dreams were made unclear, and I only believed that Dong Dong could never die, or that the cookies were indeed forgotten. But I digress. I wanted to send you this dumpster fire of a letter to show my appreciation and love for you all, and hope to bear witness via ear holes to what you folks decided to delve into next. Speaking of which, would it be considered to... What? Speaking of which, would it be considered to suggesting what series to give the one ep rule to next via email?
What?
I think their keyboard lost a few keys. Maybe they were typing so fast that the keys just flew off in other directions.
I'm struggling to follow that sentence, but if so, I have 2 in mind. Though I get this could run risk to being a Borg system if everyone suggests the same thing. But with that, I honor you with some series that I will keep secret and put in the big list.
Okay. I
Spicy.
see. So someone suggested something and now it's in our secret list of terror.
I will investigate whether or not that is a thing we can watch.
Excellent.
Also, would we be liable to see some other projects for the super anime friends down the road? Or am I full lost in some headcanon of wacky seasonal bits and terrible one-offs? If so, delete my fan status at your discretion. Anywho, I've run a bit dry for now. I hope more people send you fan mail and stuff. And Magpie, you are majestic. Blue Heart. Signed, Asa Asserino.
Ass ins.
You know what? I'll just put it in the Discord here.
Assassinino?
Yeah, probably. That's probably it. But thank you.
Assassinino.
And thank you for all your thoughts, especially the acknowledgement that I am majestic.
Yeah, well, it's true.
It is pretty true.
A little less majestic. I keep reaching back to touch my hair, and there's no hair.
No. Your majestic hair.
I desire only death.
No. Oh.
Yeah, thank you for the fan mail.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, that was very sweet.
I'm gonna read it every night before I go to sleep.
I will keep your suggestions in mind.
I'll keep your suggestions in my burlap sack of terror.
Yeah. The one I menace them with if they don't come up with suggestions.
I imagine you like with a burlap sack of like anime DVDs and like anime like OVA VHSs and just like have it over your back like it's your Santa Claus.
You say you menace us with this, and yet consider some of the things we've watched so far that some of the rest of us have brought. Like,
yeah.
True enough.
You're coming to hell to show us fire.
Yeah, true enough. I really only menace Emma with stuff because the bag is the mouth from which Kaiji issued, and comment does Emma hate Kaiji?
Oh my god!
Good.
Did we mention that we watched like 9 episodes of that in a night?
Yeah, I think we did last episode or something.
Yeah.
It was the last episode with the other show.
We
so that explains why I don't remember much.
The entire arc of Kaiji. I have one thing left to say about this anime we just watched.
About Gunbuster?
And it's one of those things where it's like it's a dragon dick moment.
Oh,
it's a jumped out of the dragon's dick moment. And one thing I noticed was that the level of like anime titty syndrome on this anime was
I wrote that down.
Black hole.
I had this repeated amongst 11 lines of notes.
Black hole. It's a Gainax production. It said
I know.
that at the beginning.
But even Evangelion didn't have people walking towards the camera and like not even that forcefully with their boobs like just bouncing all over the
titty animation.
Evangelion had plug suits.
Meticulous.
Yeah, the plug suit.
It was
the plug
meticulous.
suits kept. The plug suits were like the what's the word? Plug suits are like
There were some fashion choices in Gunbuster. I will give it to you.
And I was wondering what is the tactical advantage of wearing bathing suits?
It's some incredible like 90s athleisure stuff going on.
Oh my god, yeah, and not to mention the city pop and the opening credits.
Oh yeah.
That was amazing.
Plus the coach's enormous aviator glasses.
Yeah.
Giant mirrored aviators are timeless, and I curse every day that I cannot wear them because I have to wear glasses to see.
Oh no.
Well, you can wear aviator glasses.
Prescription
I guess you just look like you're from Silicon Valley and like the mid-80s.
Ugh. I gotta get some. We gotta get this podcast famous so I can go get LASIK or prescription sunglasses.
Yeah, and it's
that's my priority.
Magpie needs a new pair of glasses and or LASIK.
Like I'll tell our viewers if we ever like monetize this podcast or put commercials or start a Patreon, I will just straight up tell you what I buy with my tiny portion of the money after we put it towards audio equipment and buying licenses and stuff. And the stuff I'll buy is just like today I got LASIK and a better haircut and I bought a gun. You know.
Oh dear, what are you doing with that gun, Magpie?
None of your business. I'm getting more funds for the show.
He's busting it.
Oh.
Gun buster.
Oh my god, we didn't make the joke. We made a joke right when we were about to start. I'm gonna bust my gun.
I made the joke for you, so
I know.
thank you.
Thank you, Joey.
I still like get into Ava Buster best because that's what it's leading up to. You know, this person could
Yeah.
pilot the gun buster.
Oh my god, yeah. Someone should write fanfic where, like, going back to Wikipedia,
Noriko,
Noriko and
Amano.
Kazumi
God.
pilot the Avas. Anyway,
Probably turn out better.
probably, and probably like substantially more gay in a way that I prefer. Not to say I don't like a little bit of kawaii in action, but like,
you don't like a little bit of being worthy of his grace.
I do enjoy being worthy of his grace. I'll tell you that much. But I do bend the other way more.
You can do any kind of fan fiction about Ava. I mean, like Shinji versus what was it? Shinji discovers 40K is one of the most popular.
What is 40K? Wait, what does this mean?
Oh Lord!
Shinji discovers Warhammer 40K. Listen, we'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay.
Listen, if we talk about this, it will be a while. So we have to do it off of the show.
That's like I watched a podcast one of my friends made, and it was 3 hours talking about Evangelion.
That seems like what we're doing.
Was it
here.
ours?
No, it was somebody else, a friend of mine, and it was actually very entertaining the whole way through. Actually, let me shout out to another podcast. It's called Anime is for, what is it called? I think it's called Anime for Jerks or something. Yeah, it's called Anime is for Jerks. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's true because we're jerks.
Yeah.
We are jerks.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a long episode.
It is. Sorry, guys.
You guys wanna wrap this up?
Yeah, we should wrap this up.
We gotta go deep down on the deep frog. Get it out here.
That wasn't even right. That wasn't even right this time.
We got a deep frog on the deep dog. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Anyhow.
We gotta get the fuck out of here, guys. Let's tear this place apart.
If you would like to send us an email, like that other person did, you can send it to where can we send it, Joey?
That would be oneepisodecast@gmail.com. That's one, the word, not the number.
Fantastic, because I forgot what our email was.
3episodecast@yahoo.net.
We already have enough trouble with competitors. We're struggling against the competitors who no longer upload. Can you imagine what it would be like if we had actual competition?
6episodecast@mail.ru.
Stop giving them ideas.
Mail.ru.
Stop it.
10episodecast at agriculture.gov.
All right. I'm putting a pin in this one.
All right.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good day.